Hi all again. This is Lasan the Just with part 2 of why you should know why rules exist. Okay, this one is very controversial. And the reason why it's so controversial is because it is so universally respected and touted as being very highly virtuous. Okay? And again, like the reason why prostitution and marriage are the different sides of the same coin in almost every single society, this issue might even be more universal, but universal nevertheless, and most importantly, arrived at independently in every single society. So, what's the topic I'm talking about? Wait for it. Drum roll, please. Humility. Yes, humility. Most people don't even realize how controversial this subject actually is. And when I say humility is a bad human characteristic, most people think I am totally nuts. I kid you not. One person even told me I was an idiot because, what was they saying? Oh, yes. So what you're telling me is that Buddha, Jesus, Muhammad, and all these other people are idiots because they thought humility was a good thing. And I said, yes. And they said, you're a effing moron and effing idiot, and you are just a jackass. And I said, aren't you going to give me a moment to explain? They said, no, there's no reason to listen to you. And they cut me off and walked away forever. But most people who listen to my explanation tend to go, oh, huh, wow, really? That's very interesting. So, what's my position on humility? Like I said, humility is a very bad human characteristic, but it is very good for you. And this is probably why Christ, Buddha, whoever, Muhammad, thought that this should be made into a rule. Be humble, be humble, be humble. Okay? So, let's start with what humility is. Humility, by most definition, is basically more or less saying you should lower yourself in front of others. In other words, make yourself seem less than what you are, and especially in comparison to, let's say, other people. So if you kind of parse this and you kind of analyze what it is that humility is supposed to be doing, or what a humble person is supposed to be doing, is basically it's one thing. They're lying, okay? They're lying about who they are, or what position they occupy in the structure of whatever organization or, achievements or pantheon of accomplishments that you want to talk about, okay? It's like Tiger Woods saying, oh, no, I'm not the greatest golfer of all time. I'm nowhere near the greatest golfer of all time. That would be Jack Nicklaus because he has 18 majors. Oh, and I think it's just, absolutely ridiculous that people would think that I'm the greatest golfer ever born in the history of man. And what about Bobby, what's his name, who won all 4 majors, the only person to achieve the Grand Slam? Hello. This might be the truth, but we know for sure there are a lot of lies in what Tiger Woods would have said if he said that. First of all, Tiger Woods has more wins than Mr. Nicklaus. His winning percentage up until, I believe, his 14th major was 25%, meaning he won 1 out of every 4 tournaments that he entered. Mr. Nicklaus doesn't even come close. However, Mr. Nicholas does have the most second place finishes at 19 in majors. So if you kind of parse through the language and parse through the data, it becomes pretty clear if Tiger Woods isn't the greatest golfer of all time, my goodness, he's pretty darn close. And in my book, he is the greatest golfer of all time. And here's why. Because Mr. Nicholas never faced the competition Tiger Woods faced. For that reason, and that reason alone, Tiger Woods with 15 majors should be considered the best golfer of all time. Not to mention he won his 15th major with a broken leg. Hello? Mr. Nicholas never did that. And the kind of shots that and putts that Tiger has made in his 15 wins is incredible. Yes, while Mr. Nicholas did make some incredible shots, and I've seen some of them and they were good, but the best golf shots ever struck, whether they're putt, chips, irons, fieldwoods, or drives, I'm sorry, have come from Mr. Tiger Woods. And I don't think there's much controversy there. So what should Mr. Tiger Woods say? He say, look, yes, based upon my record, based upon my performance, I could be considered the best golfer in the world historically forever. Yes, true. However, there are other golfers that have distinguished themselves, such as Mr. Nicholas, who's had 18 majors, 3 more than me. And there's that Bobby whoever that's won, admitted not the modern Grand Slam, but has held all 4 Grand Slam titles in one season. Therefore, you could argue I might be one of 3 of the best golfers that have ever lived. That would be an accurate, fair statement, okay? And contains no lies, no hypes, and no downgrades. So, again, humility is lying. And if you're not lying, guess what? Then you're a freaking idiot for not knowing your place. It'll be like Mr. Woods saying, well, I really don't know if I'm a good golfer or not, or one of the best golfers that I've lived or not. Gee, thanks for, giving me that kind of accolade, but I really don't know, am I? What idiot would ever say that? This is why humility is a bad thing, and if you truly value honesty as a great, virtuous, moral characteristic, then you cannot, in the same breath, turn around and say humility is a virtue. Because humility is either a lie or you really are ignorant. Neither characteristic is particularly attractive. And if you look around you, the most humblest people that you know typically are fumbleists, fake humilitists, or they fake humility. I know quite a few of them that work on Wall Street. I've been witnessing these people for a good 3 decades. Humility is a disgusting, skeevy, snarky, absolutely disgusting characteristic. But people use it to their advantage to appear smarter, wiser, more thoughtful, and they talk with a low tone of voice and with measured beats in their voice, never getting too emotional, but showing just about enough emotion to make it seem like they're being considered and thoughtful. And they always praising others and saying, oh yeah, but this person was that and that person was this. Yes, of course I did this and that. But Yeah, right. Okay? Fake, humble, fumble. Most people fumble. And this is bad. And those people that are actually humble, well, guess what? They tend to be pretty stupid or ignorant. They have no idea what, who, or how they are. And that's more about insecurity, right, than humility. They're not sure, so they don't want to put themselves out there, neither for criticism nor for praise. Okay? So there's nothing good about humility. Okay? Especially if you value honesty, humility is crap. But boy, is it good for you. Because when you appear humble, especially in front of people that are more powerful or have more money than you, it makes those people feel good. Yeah? Right? Because you're like, oh, you're so great. Oh, I'm not that great. Compared to you, no. Wow, look what you've done. Oh, no, I haven't done that much. Come on. And the thing is, most people, rich or famous or powerful or whatever, influential, buy into this crap from other people that are humble. And they're like, oh, look how humble that guy is. Oh, look how humble that woman is. Oh, look how humble their behavior is. Oh, they're being really humble. Wow, that's great. But is it really? And how stupid do you have to be to actually voice that? Because you were taught that humility is good, but not knowing why humility is good. Well, I'm telling you, no, humility isn't good. Humility is good for you. Now, knowing this, if you're still going to go out there and I'm going to say it this way, pretend to be humble, okay, because there's no other way, because humble is pretense or just insecurity. If you're going to pretend to be humble and you think that's going to get you ahead, hey, more power to you. Okay, that's just one of the tools that you can utilize, okay, to get ahead. Fine. But don't ever turn around and tell me that humility is a good human characteristic. Lasan the Just. If you like what you've seen, please subscribe and leave a positive comment and a thumbs up. Thank you. Have a good day.